What's up, PK family? My name's Nonstop Parkour, and today I got another tutorial for you, a remake tutorial on the Cork, my favorite move. So give me that But as always, let's get to it. I'm so sore. Okay, so the first step to learning this move is knowing how to do a proper J-step. I went much more into detail on how to do a proper J-step in my cheek gainer tutorial, which you should have already seen if you're looking at this tutorial, but I'll do a quick overview. So you're gonna take 3 or 4 steps forward, so 1, 2, 3 for me, and then you're either gonna walk or jog into it if you'd like. But you do not want to sprint into it because that would be way too much momentum to drive to the side. And once you do that second last step, you're gonna have your arms set up above that second last step. And then as you're doing the last step, so here for me, you're going to bring your arms behind your back. So here. And then you're gonna place your foot down. Now, since I was walking straight forward this way, I'm either gonna point my foot straight towards you, so straight to the side, or slightly back. Now, you wanna make sure that you don't place your last step too drastically at an angle, so like all the way over here, because if you have the right type of momentum or the right amount of momentum, then your chest would just fall backward like this. But on the flip side, you don't want to place it too much in the direction that you were originally walking, because then you wouldn't get a good swing off of it. So I'd suggest, just as a guideline, point it straight to the side. And from this position, you're gonna swing this leg, and as you're swinging the leg, you're gonna lean your chest back slightly. Up until this point, everything should feel exactly like a cheek gainer, but now this is where we're gonna do something different. So when you're setting, when you're waiting in the air and you're still going like this, it's very important that you don't throw your head back. If you throw your head back, that means you're going to flip just a lot lower to the ground. So keep that chest up, keep the head up, and I kind of think of it as just looking straight ahead. Don't whip your head back and then twist. Keep it straight, looking in front of you, and then twist. So from here, you're going to do that step, swing, 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 and then to ensure that you set as high as possible, I kind of think of it as making sure that my leg, my whole body is horizontal. So I wait till I'm all the way to right here. And then from that point, when I'm horizontal, I pretend like I'm elbowing and punching someone to start that twist. Okay, so I twist to my left shoulder. So I would elbow to my left shoulder and then punch to my right shoulder. So all together there. If you twist your right, obviously, you're going to elbow your right shoulder and then punch behind your right shoulder. So that's how you twist to the right. And then once you start the twist, it's all about staying really tight and then noticing where the ground is in relation to you to land. So what I think of it as, I'm going up, and then when I start the twist, I see the ground once, and then I keep looking over my shoulder, and then I see the ground twice, and then that's when I put my feet down. Okay, so let's go over it one more time. You're gonna do your 3 steps. Second last step, you're gonna have your arms above that second last step, and then as you're doing the last step, you're gonna bring your arms to your back. So here, you're gonna place that foot either slightly pointing behind you or to the side, not forward, not completely backward. And then from there, you're going to swing that leg while you're leaning your chest back slightly, and then you're going to set and wait until you're completely horizontal like this, and then you're gonna bring both of your arms to your shoulder. You're going to start twisting. You're gonna see the ground once, you're gonna see the ground twice, and then land. So now that you understand the technique, let's go to part 2. Common things people do wrong and how to correct it. First common thing that people do wrong is something I already said in this tutorial, but I'll say it again. Using your J-step. When you're doing those 3 steps, you don't want to sprint, because if you have too much momentum, then if you place your foot down next to you, you're just going to be thrown to the side. And then once you do put that last step down, you don't want to place your foot completely behind you, because then all that momentum will just throw your chest back, and you don't want to place your foot too much in the direction of where you're originally walking, because then you wouldn't be able to get a good swing. So you need to find the right amount of momentum that you want to use during that 3 steps, and you want to find the right angle that you put your foot for the takeoff part. Now, the next thing that people do wrong is how they swing their leg. Now, as I showed you, you're supposed to keep that leg straight and then go into it. A lot of people just like try to knee the air. So like that. That will not help because it won't bring your hips up as much. And it's pretty easy to spot if you're doing this or not. Just like record yourself and then focus on that one swing leg. Yeah, just don't go like this, swing with your whole foot. The next thing that people commonly do wrong, and this is the one that like peeves me off the most, it's like a pet peeve of mine, is they don't actually do the flip, they just kind of twist in the air, which means you aren't setting enough, which means you're not letting your hips get above your head. So not setting enough means you swing your leg to about here, and then you start your twist when your hips are still below your chest. You don't want that to happen because it looks silly. So remember, keep on setting, keep on swinging that leg until your whole body is horizontal and parallel to the ground. So that's all of the main points that I see people do wrong. Of course, I can't cover everything, so if you're still struggling with this move, feel free to contact me on any of my social media, and I will gladly help you out. And finally, the last step of this tutorial, how to overcome the fear of the move. And as always, the answer to that is use progressions. If you're on the diving team, I don't know why I chose diving, I'm just choosing diving. If you're on the diving team and you're supposed to do an 180-foot dive, that wouldn't be good. You'd be super scared. So you work on 20 foot, then 30 feet, then 70 feet. Progressions. So that's what we're gonna do now. First progression, as I've said in this tutorial multiple times, is learning the cheat gainer so that you have the feeling of a J-step and just that general motion. Now obviously it isn't that easy to learn the cheat gainer, but those are just the progressions just to kind of get the feeling of going up with that leg. So the second progression I recommend learning is any type of twisting move. This will ensure that you just have a feeling of how to twist and so you don't get lost in the air. Now I won't do any progressions for any specific twisting moves, but just a recommendation of a move is a back fold. So yeah, this. And those are all the progressions I have for you to help overcome the fear of just throwing the move. So finally, we finished all 3 steps. Now, as always, let's do another quick visual overview. So you're going to either walk or jog into those 3 steps. As you're taking that second last step, you're going to place both of your hands above your said second last step. Then as you take the final step, you're going to swing both of your hands behind you. Once you place that last step, you're going to swing your arms and your leg at the same time. Then once you reach your max height, you're going to swing your arms to one shoulder to start the twist. You will face the ground once, then you'll face the ground a second time, and then start to untuck and land. Okay guys, I really hope this helped. If it did, please get a fat like. Just punch that like button in the face like a boss. Jacksepticeye, anyone? Anyway, please comment below any other tutorials you'd like to see. I'll see you in the next one. And PK person, wait for it, out. Also, you should ring the notification bell button because I'm going to be climbing a building with a couple friends, which I'll be posting on Wednesday, which will be pretty awesome. Also, I'm uploading daily now, except it's like a minute long videos on the other days. That was loud and fast. Bye!